Allan Aguirre with your Incorruptible 2-minute warning for the week of Monday, November 13th. Week 5, Chameleon, Corinthian, or Caricature, our study of Corinthians. We're into chapter 4 this week. It's going to be a short week. I'm traveling at the end of this week. So as we discussed as I mentioned, and we discussed to some extent, Paul sets things up. If you just look at and I might do this, but I'm going to probably put the section titles that English Standard Version makes, because they really are quite accurate. Paul discusses an issue with the church in chapters 2 and 4. Chapters 2 and 4 explains that they're immature, they're not spiritual, they're carnal, they're worldly. And because of that, they have these issues. They're unable to eat meat, they drink milk. So they're not capable of reasoning maturely in the Spirit regarding things of the Spirit or in the Spirit, because they're just worldly, they're earthly, they're not spiritual. And so now, that's the problem. That's the complaint, that's the problem. But now he's going to explain some of the mechanics to correct that, to help them course correct. And then in the next chapter, he starts, not vaguely, but then he starts nailing down the specific issues these people are having. It's so much like it's so not. I know what I'm trying to say. It's just, what's the best way to say it? It's so familiar. I mean, even though this is like 1800 years ago, it might as well have been written in the last 24 months. Nothing's changed. All right, let's try. I mean, really, nothing has changed. As much as we want to believe that we've got it all figured out, you don't. 1 Corinthians chapter 4, the ministry of apostles. Verse 1. This is how one should regard us, as servants of Christ and stewards of the mysteries of God. Moreover, it is required of stewards that they be found faithful. But with me, it is a very small thing that I should be judged by you or by any human court. In fact, I do not even judge myself. I'm going to jump over to Complete Jewish Bible for the next few verses. Verse 4. I am not aware of anything against me, but this does not make me innocent. Okay, let's contextual. Remember, he says it matters very little what others think of him as far as being evaluated or judged by them. In fact, I do not even judge myself. I'm not aware of anything against me, but this does not make me innocent. The one who is evaluating me is the Lord. I'm in Complete Jewish Bible, verse 5. So don't pronounce judgment prematurely before the Lord comes, for he will bring to light what is now hidden in darkness. He will expose the motives of people's hearts, and then each will receive from God whatever praise he deserves. I'm thinking of Joel Osteen. For some reason, Christianity as a whole, all they do is judge this guy for being a false preacher, a false prophet, a false teacher, whatever, some prosperity gospel nonsense. And then every time I ask them, I mean, like, the guy's got hundreds of hours of teachings available for free. Go find me one teaching to support that, and let me know where it is. I'd like to hear it, because you know what? I have not heard anything come out of that guy's mouth that is unbiblical. I challenge you to find that. Why are we? It's not our job to judge not like that. He's not your pastor. You're not over him. Now, in what I have said here, brothers, I have used myself and Apollos as examples to teach you not to go beyond what the Tanakh says.
The views and opinions expressed during our broadcasts are solely those of the broadcast producers, hosts, and/or guests, etc., and are not necessarily the views or opinions of the Travelog Network, its sponsors, or affiliates.